What's up, Dolphins, and welcome back into the Baptist Health Studios. This week for our film breakdown, we're taking a look at Dolphins defensive tackle Calais Campbell, who has been a one-man wrecking crew from week one all the way to last week's game, a win over the Cleveland Browns. Let's go ahead and go back to that first game against the Jacksonville Jaguars and let this play run out from the jump. A first play of the season sack for Calais Campbell in his new home, his original hometown where he plays college football back with the Miami Hurricanes. Let's go ahead and run this thing from the end zone copy right here. You're going to go ahead and see him and Zach Sealer, the partners in crime up front all year long this year, getting after offensive fronts. And I want you to watch this play for Calais' intelligence, for how he can read plays out as they play out in front of him. So the Jaguars are going to motion Evan Ingram here into a nasty split alongside another tight end here. So they have two tight ends to this side of the formation. And Calais, they want to sell him on this run action, on the play action fake to Travis Etienne right here, off tackle this direction. But go ahead and take a look at Calais' head. He has got eyes locked in on that mesh point, trying to key if Lawrence wants to boot this thing back to his side, and that is exactly what happens. And so when you look at how this play unfolds, you can see that Calais doesn't really buy the fake here for the run action, because what do you get from these two tight ends? They both release into patterns. They're going to try to wash this thing down with outside zone to sell that run action, but as he peeks here, he can also see pass protection happening there on a blitzing Jalen Ramsey, on Emmanuel Ogbah, as well as Zach Sealer inside. So he's going to keep his momentum upfield, try to cut off the bootleg at the pass, show the length, finish the play, sack Trevor Lawrence on the first play of the season for the Dolphins defense. Now we go all the way to week 10 in Los Angeles, and this is going to be a shot of Calais understanding his rush lane integrity, which is such a critical thing in today's NFL with all these athletic quarterbacks that can run around and escape the pocket and make plays off structure. Go ahead and let it run here from the sideline copy. Show you Calais getting the sack there on Matthew Stafford, and then cut ahead to this next clip here from the end zone angle. So first of all, just a cool look here from Coach Anthony Weaver. This looks like an overload pressure here with Chop, Zach, and Calais, with E-Man off the outside, and then a walked up linebacker, Jordan Brooks, here in the B gap. But they're actually going to slide this thing over and get a sixth rusher in the picture for a sim pressure as Javon Holland sneaks his way down off the edge right here. And the way this plays out, it might almost look like Calais has a different path he could take to rush the passer right here, because you're going to see Sealer cross-face. That's going to try to impact this center to get Emmanuel Ogbah looping inside here on a stunt. But rather than rushing into this gap right here for Calais, he knows that there's no outside contain right here for Stafford to roll to his right and throw moving to the right, where he's so adept at doing. So Calais is not going to just crash this B gap right here. He's going to rush off the outside shoulder of the tackle to make sure he has that contained. And the Dolphins have this whole thing contained up well. All the escape hatches for the quarterback are taken up. You get good coverage in the back end. Calais can then shed the block and make the sack on Stafford. Go ahead and run that thing full speed once again, just to show you his intelligence in terms of how to stay in his rush lane, how to rush two guys, rush half a man, and find a way to get off that block and finish with a sack there on a big Monday Night Football victory. We cut ahead to Week 17 here, a must-win game against the Cleveland Browns. And this is where the game kind of turned in the Dolphins' favor. It's a 3-3 game late in the second quarter. The Browns are driving, 4th and 1, a first down right here puts them probably pretty close to field goal range, but Calais says no sir, and comes up with a 4th down stop to give the ball back to the Dolphins offense, who would then cash in a field goal of their own on the other side. So you might hear the saying in football, low man wins. Well, not when you can't see what you're blocking, especially when Campbell throws a little arm over, a swim move here on this Cleveland left tackle who tries to come off the ball low. Calais reads it right away, jumps out of his stance, hits the swim move, throws him past, and then the ability to angle down the line right here and not make this stop, or not chase the running back behind the line of scrimmage, I should say, to get tight to the line of scrimmage, squeeze this thing. See how he angles that thing this direction? He makes the key hit there on the running back, and then his friends join him to get the running back down short of the sticks. Quentin Bell, good job crashing off the backside is there as well. Benito Jones clogging things up right here as he's on the ground but still within the play. And Zach Sealer doing a good job jumping back into the gap right here as he gets widened out and stacks and sheds back inside. But Calais is firing off that football right there. Really made that play happen and helped the Dolphins get off the field on a critical 4th down.